Welcome everybody. This puzzle will be about the Roman Emperor Tiberius, who ruled from 14 to 37 AD. Tiberius was quite a competent ruler, but, owing to the historians, he is best known for cruelty and holding sexual orgies on the island of Capri near Naples. He also had about 50 senators killed during his reign. As a result, he wasn't officially declared a deity after his death as other emperors. Before his actual reign, Tiberius was a decent military commander, but his soldiers, the Roman legionaries, gave him a nickname that had nothing to do with valiance and leadership. Instead, this nickname was punning on the fact that Tiberius drank too much alcohol, and that alcoholic nickname, preserved in some ancient historical sources, for instance in the great book by Suetonius, will be today's puzzle. His proper full name was Tiberius Claudius Nero. The soldiers distorted it to Biberius Caldius Mero. Biberius is a drinker from the Latin verb bibo, to drink. Caldius is a pun on something hot. In other words, either malt wine or a wine which quickly makes you drunk. Mero is a pun on the noun merum, that stands for a wine not mixed with water. The sense is simple. Merum and malt wine were stronger than ordinary wine, and their amateurs were considered to be heavy drinkers at the time. Now, translating a historical text, we can skip such a nickname or leave it as it is and provide a footnote. But imagine that we have a literary text, for instance a drama, written in Latin, with Tiberius's proper name and his nickname used many times as a wordplay. In such circumstances, we may have no choice but to translate the entire poem, and this will be the puzzle: how to translate Biberius Caldius Mero into your mother tongue. Interestingly enough, this puzzle has two levels, easy and hard. On the easy level, all we need to do is to produce a nice three-part name which sounds like a Roman one and refers to heavy drinking. On the hard level, the nickname should also phonetically resemble the original name of Tiberius, Tiberius Claudius Nero, because we need to create an audible link between the nickname of the emperor and his unaltered name. Pause the video and try to do it on your own. In my solutions, I will stick to the traditional Polish way of rendering ancient Roman names, which is connected with the minor adjustment to the Polish phonetics. Therefore, I will refer not to Tiberius Claudius Nero, but rather to Tiberius Claudius Neron. This is the way it is traditionally pronounced in Polish. On the level easy, I had a degree of freedom, so I translated Tiberius Claudius Neron as Grzejusz Ochlejusz Piwko. Grzejusz is from the verb grzać, which basically means to heat, to warm something up, but in Polish slang it means also to drink excessively, to drink much. Ochlejusz is ultimately from verb chlać, which means to drink like a beast. There is also the noun ochlej, which may be translated into English as binge drinking, although it is more, let's say, primitive, crude. The third segment, piwko, is a nice diminutive from the noun pivo, beer. I was also tempted to change regular pivko into its dialectal variant Pivko. This would be a reference to Witkacy. Witkacy was a great Polish philosopher and artist. On his paintings he included some precious notes about the drugs he used during painting. And among those drugs were, for instance, Pivko and pear. On the heart level, the phonetic resemblance between Tiberius Claudius Neron and his nickname was needed, and my translation was Piverius Claudius Kielon. Piverius is from pivo, beer, which was considered by ancient Romans as a very barbaric beverage. They drank wine and not beer. Claudius phonetically is very close to Claudius, and it is derived from the verb chlać I had mentioned before. The form chlał in Polish is a regular past tense of that verb. The last segment was the most demanding one. Here, after a long deliberation, I found the word kielon, which is a slang term for a really large glass of strong drink. So let us drink to the emperor and see you next week.